Hey guys, hope you guys are doing really well, no matter where you are. Guys, I know I have been very busy with my work and stuff that I do want to get sorted. Which is why I haven't really uploaded any watch or sort of videos in the last probably about a week or two. And of course, with the school holiday, as you can imagine, how crazy I was that sort of the kids and my dog was just really driving me nuts, right? Because they love me, right? There's nothing I can say about it. But today, I do want to give a shout out to two particular watches, right? Those two watches in the box. We're not gonna replicate the. Oh, you can tell the way I started doing the unboxing experiences, but I had those two watches briefly in my collection. I would say in terms of combined wearing times, maybe about a day on each watches, and those two watches are fantastic. And I think I just want to use this opportunity to give a shout out with those two watches to show you guys the reason why I bought it and the reason why they're on the way to two individual great homes, I believe. So we're going to talk about them individually now. The first one, as you can see, that was my post up on the Facebook forum. So again, all right. So the first one is, you guys will probably know because I've been keeping you guys informed on the new acquisition lately, right? The first one is the SRPE 03K1, right? AKA a turtle, AKA a king turtle, or the black, get the focus right here, guys, or the black king turtle. Okay, now, I had a great relationship with turtles. Okay, just to start off the topic, the black turtle, the SRP 777, was my second prospect that I ever bought. Right, the first was the Orange Samurai, and since then I've been on a journey of buying turtles. Right, I had the SRP 775. I had the Green King turtle. I had I bought the two SRP C23, and I think the Great White Turtle was the OGN last month. But then I added two King Turtles. This is one of them, and because I love turtles, I think they just serve a fantastic spot in terms of value proposition for, I guess, Seiko lovers or affordable watch enthusiasts in general, because when it comes to design, they are really historically important for the brand. When it comes to the spec, Seiko has listened to the market instead of just being who they are, which is they're really stubborn about this, you can say, right? But they've chosen, the decision has to be made. So you had the upgraded glass material from hot legs increased or upgraded to sapphire crystal, and you had the bezel also upgraded to from aluminum to ceramic bezel insert, right? And the whole finish is just bang on in terms of what they are, in terms of asking price. Of course, you can tell from the retail side of things, they are retail for more than sort of 500 or 550, but really on the street prices, you can buy them in average about 300. So really affordable when it comes to what you get in return. You're getting the top-notch design, you're getting the historical importance of, the whole design language that really has a consistent in its history. Plus, you get all the upgraded a material. So it is really a successful recipe that Seiko came about, I think, just around the 2019, so 2020, around that COVID time. I remember the king and the green and the black were the first two versions that was released. So I had the green, so when I saw the black one on sale, also on sale, on a really great opportunity to grab it, I hesitated no time. Okay, so that's my motivation why I bought the watch. Okay, now we talk about why I came to the conclusion that I want to sell the watch. Okay, I think there are two reasons. Number one is, again, back to the same philosophy. I overall even though now my watches has sort of came down in quantity from 24, 25 Seikos. I think the minimum, the lowest that it has ever been was about 6, and now it climbed up sort of to 12. But you can see we had a sort of the lower high, right, in terms of trend. So I was still under that mindset of downsizing in quantity. So having anything more than 10, I still find myself struggling looking at the watch box in terms of which one really to pick it up for the day. And the second reason is I've learned that I'm just gonna give me a sec, guys. And number two is I've learned that when I have a choice in terms of, just using as a comparison between the old and new, I really start to appreciate more of the old, right? Because maybe I'm the sort of on a different stages in my watch collecting now where I don't chase for new things anymore, right? And I think when I was buying my 24 Seikos, I was always looking at buying more what's out there, what's being released. Looking at Bruce Lee's Seiko 5s. I had a lot of new releases. When it came out, you want to buy it. But now, after owning so many Seikos, my heart really started towards not going back to the old dogs, because those watches are not vintage watches. But I really appreciate the simplicity of a sunburst dial rather than a well-articulated waffle dial. I started to appreciate the plain Jane looking of a non-reflective bezel, such as this aluminum, which is very classic, and really start to dislike the shininess of just about everything. Right, the bezel, the most obvious one. So that's why when I have those two watches on the wrist, I understand, right? The market probably appreciate these more. That's why Seiko started doing this rather than these. But when I have them side by side and really have a great experience with them at the same time, if I ever get to make a choice which one's gotta go, it's probably these, right? So that's the sort of my motivation why I started selling. And that is just one of the turtle. I'm going to show you the second one. But again, they're going to new homes. Really great condition. You guys know, all my watches right now pretty much are on the Strap X Pro straps. And I don't wear them on bracelets, at least for now. They're really heavy. Nothing wrong with those bracelets. They're legendary, but it's just really heavy to my liking, my taste now. So that's the black turtle that is going to a new home today. And let me just pack that up. Actually, I'm gonna leave on the side so I can do a bit of comparison side by side, just in case if you guys are interested. And this is the second one. This one that I bought as a new one on one of the authorized dealer that was doing a special. You guys couldn't believe it. You guys in US, listen up. This is the Patty King Turtle. Have a guess what was the special price that was doing, not just on a gray market, it was on a proper authorized dealer. They were doing this for about 230 US. That was nuts. It was incredible, right? I sort of found that post in the local watch forums, and somebody was saying, they're doing a fantastic price on those King Patty turtles, and you should go grab it. Everybody should look into it. I think within about an hour or two, they were all sold out. So this one is actually going to a close watch collector that's also a part of our journey on YouTube. This is actually going to Seiko Leaks. I'm telling you guys, search up Seiko Leaks and subscribe to his channel. He's on the journey of front running pretty much everybody else on YouTube, talking about what Seiko's got upcoming, and I'm talking about on the international level. So some of his stuff are incredible. I have no idea how he sourced those info so quickly, so efficiently. But if you want to stay tuned on what Seiko's got to bring as a brand, you gotta check him out. All right, Seiko Leaks, Gold Force. So this watch is actually going to him. He's gonna enjoy it. But again, the motivation. I'm just gonna give you guys some close up on this watch. Look how beautiful. It's got a little bit of dust around the window frame. Look how beautiful the dial is, guys. That's the reason why I sort of pulled the trigger, because I know Seiko Turtle is an amazing platform. And because the size of the watch works so well, they really get to pull off different designs, dials, color. They can experience a whole lot on this platform without getting it wrong. Because people have faith in this platform. People will buy it, right? That's why when they do the, I think, limited edition of the American movie Jaws, you know, the legendary movie, they've chose the Turtle, because Turtle is a platform you can't mess it up, right? If you want to do a themed special edition, you get to choose a platform. Where you probably go is Turtles, because people will buy Turtle regardless whatever you put on it. Okay, that's what I bought. I think the dial, man, look at it. I just want to give you guys some close up on the dial. Man, look at that. I don't know. That's is that a Great Barrier Reef, or is it what they're mimicking? It just look good. It looks deep in the ocean. Sunburst blue dial. The loom is fantastic. It looks a bit what do you call that? Very vintage inspired, as well as all the modern specs. And you've got that minute hand. Of course, the watch has been sitting in the watch box for a while. That's why it's not running. You've got minute hands in blue, slightly different shades of blue. I think it just works really well. Very legible. You've got the ceramic bezel, 12 to 20 minutes collection. Not the collection. The section you've got I don't think it's loomed, but it definitely have a different shade of colors on it. It just looks fantastic, guys. It looks really, really good. And again, the reason why I'm selling it pretty much as a new stock. Even the bracelet have zero wearing on it. Maybe I had the watch on the strap. Like I said, this watch combined maybe between, I reckon, maybe half a day, right? Maybe half a day. So that's about it, guys. I just want to give you guys a quick shout out, of course, to those two legendary Seiko divers. They are affordable. They are ever popular. The Turtle's always gonna have a relevant in your Seiko collection building or journey. For anyone that is new to our hobby, to the brand of Seikos, to the brand of, I guess, one of the most iconic sports brands, or that is so good at making divers, maybe you will be benefiting from this video, because you get to see my thoughts and some of the close-up comparison, which I don't think you're gonna find them a lot on YouTube if you are sort of making a comparison and not sure whether you should hunt, because you can't buy those old dog as new. You're gonna find them on the secondary market, or should you just stick with the new one, guys? You can't go wrong on both directions. Maybe just go get one of the King Turtles. If you're students, if you're a student in college, you don't have a lot of funds, you know what, 250, 300, hopefully is all you need. If you're playing sports, if you're sort of living a very sort of active lifestyle, then you're not going to be all stressed up about scratching them all, because the watch is always going to look brand new, at least from a crystal and bezel perspective. And if you like the design, then maybe you get to build out a bit of emotions and you hunt one of those old dogs down the track. That's it. That's my philosophy, and that's how I feel about my turtle journeys. And again, very glad that both of those turtles are going to a new home, and both good homes. And I get to miss them for a bit, but they will certainly enjoy a new relationship with their new owner. And that's it for today. Hope you guys are doing really well, no matter where you are. And I'll chat to you guys very soon in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.